SCP-096 Object Class Euclid Special Containment Procedures SCP-096 be contained in its cell a 5 meter by 5 meter by 5 meter airtight steel cube at all times. Weekly checks for any cracks or holes are mandatory. There are to be absolutely no video surveillance or optical tools in any kind inside 96's cell. Security personnel will use pre-installed pressure sensors and laser detectors to ensure 96's presence inside the cell. Any and all photos, videos, or recordings of 96 likeness are strictly forbidden without approval from Dr. Redacted and O5 Redacted. Description: 96 is a humanoid creature measuring approximately 2.38 meters in height. Subject shows very little muscle mass, with preliminary analysis of body mass suggesting mild malnutrition. Arms are grossly out of proportion with the rest of the subject's bodies, with an approximate length of 1.5 meters. Each skin is mostly devoid of pigment, with no sign of any body hair. 96's jaw can open 4 times the normal of an average human. The other facial features remain similar to an average human, with the exception of the eyes, which are also devoid of pigmentation. It is not known yet whether 96 is blind or not. It shows no signs of any higher brain functions and is not considered to be sapient. 96 is normally extremely docile, with pressure sensors inside its cell indicating it's spending most of the day pacing by the eastern wall. However, when someone views 96's face, whether it be directly or via video recording or even photograph, it will enter a stage of considerable emotional stress. 96 will cover its face with its hands and begin screaming, crying, and babbling incoherently. Approximately 1 to 2 minutes after the first viewing, 96 will begin running to the person who viewed its face, who will from this point be referred to as 96-1. Documented speeds have varied from 35 kilometers per hour to redacted kilometers per hour. Seems to depend on distance from 96-1. At this point, no known material or method can impede 96's progress. The actual position of 96-1 does not seem to affect 96's response. It seems to have an innate sense of 96-1's location. Note, the reaction does not occur when viewing. Artistic depictions. See document 96-1. Upon arriving at 96-1's location, 96 will proceed to kill and data expunge 96-1. 100% of cases have left no traces of 96-1. SCP-96 will then sit down for several minutes before regaining its composure and becoming docile once again. It will then attempt to make its way back to its natural habitat, data redacted. Due to the possibility of a mass chain reaction, including breach of Foundation secrecy and large civilian loss of life, retrieval and subject should be considered alpha priority. Dr. Redacted has also petitioned for immediate termination of 96. See Interview 96-1. Order is awaiting approval. / Termination order has been approved and is to be carried out by Dr. Redacted on data redacted. See Incident 96-1-A. Audio log from Interview 096-1. Interviewer Dr. Redacted. Interviewed Captain Rhett, former Commander Retrieval Team Zulu 9-A. Retrieval Incident number 096-1-A. Begin log. Redacted time. Research area redacted. Captain: it always sucks ass to get initial retrieval duty. You have no idea what the damn thing's capable of, besides that, what jacked up information the field techies can scrape up. You're lucky if they even tell you the whole story. Told us to bag and tag, didn't tell us shit about not looking at the damn thing. Doctor: could you describe the mission, please? Yeah, sorry. We had 2 choppers, one from my team, one from the back of Zulu 9-B, and Dr. Redacted. We spotted the target from 2 clicks north of our patrol path. Guessing he wasn't facing our direction, else we would have taken us all out then and there. The report says SCP-096 didn't react to the cold. It was negative redacted Celsius. Actually, it was negative redacted. And yes, it was butt naked and didn't so much as shiver. Anyway, we approached the target, and Corporal got ready to bag it. That's when Dr. Redacted called. I turned to answer, and that's what saved me. The target must have turned, and my whole squad saw it. That's when 96 entered an agitated, emotional state. Yep. Sorry. Got the woolies for a second. That's alright. Yeah, well, I never saw its face. My squad did. They paid for it up the ass. Could you describe it a little more, please? Yeah. Started screaming at us and crying. Not animal roaring, though. Sounded exactly like a person. Really fucking creepy. Started firing when it picked up Colonel Redacted and ripped off his leg. God, he was screaming for a fucking help. Fucking A. Anyway, we were blowing chunks at the target. Round after round. Didn't do jack shit. I almost lost it when it started redacting him. when you ordered the use of a paper and bird moving. AT-4 HEDT launcher. An anti-tank gun. Started carrying it around ever since SCP Redacted got loose. I've seen those tear through tanks like tissue paper. Did the same thing to the target. There's significant damage to 96. It didn't even fucking flinch. Kept tearing apart my squad. Half of its torso gone. Just a large circle across its torso. But it was taking damage. It wasn't showing it. It still lost all its organs and all its blood, but it didn't acknowledge any of it. Bone structure wasn't hurt at all, though. Kept tearing my squad apart. So no actual structural damage. Running around for saber fire to the 96. At least 1,000. Our door gunner kept his GAU-19 on it for at least 20 seconds. 20 fucking seconds. That's 600.50 caliber rounds pumped into the thing. Might as well have been spitting at it. This is when Zulu 9-B arrived. Yeah. Moscato was gone. Zulu 9-B managed to get the bag over its head, and it just sat down. We got into the chopper and got it here. I don't know how I never saw its face. Maybe God or Buddha, or thought I should live. A jackass. We obtained an artist's depiction of 96's face. Would you like to view it? You know, after hearing that thick of screams and screams in my bed, I don't want to put a face on what I heard. No, just... Alright, I believe we're done here. Thank you, Captain. Chairs are heard moving, its footsteps leave the room. Captain Redacted is confirmed to have left interview room 22. Let this be on record. I am formally requesting 96 be terminated as soon as possible. End log.